Alright, here we are with this cute little C2C hat. It's called C2C for corner to corner, and that is how you do the stitches. I do have a video on that, and I will try to link that in the description or maybe at the end of this video, something like that, so you can find that one. And this is how we sew it together. I'm not crocheting in this video, but I'm showing you how we do kind of a blind stitch when you've got multicolors like this. I love the scrappy colors. This is all my 3-ply yarn that I wanted to make a hat with. So if you've got some extra yarn that you just have little pieces of, this is a great way to use it up, and it's useful, and you can still use this hat to either sell or donate, and it's a beautiful hat when you get done. This is the way I go about getting the stitches where they're almost invisible on one side. Now this side will not be completely invisible because you've got white and blue and different colors. But what you're doing is you're going in the very back stitch only on this side. So when you turn it the other way, you won't see these stitches. You'll just see the two colors coming together. So it's very simple once you get the hang of it, and you just carefully go in this side, and you try not to go back through the same place, or you'll end up just pulling it back out. So just be very careful not to go through the same place. Go into a new place each time, and just stay on the back side of this. You want to leave a long enough tail, and I'll show you what that's for at the end. We're going to tie the top of the hat up together in the very end. Now you see where I almost went a little too far over right there. You want to stay right on the very edge of this. Right on the very edge on the back side. So it just takes a little bit of time. This is a child's hat, so you will not see a picture of it on my head because it was too small. So you can make these child size or adult size. They're similar to a granny square style, but they don't have the open holes in them. So this is all double crochet. And if you are keeping up with this channel, I really appreciate it. I'm enjoying doing this, and it's just really fun coming up with the videos and deciding what to do. And I'm working on some animals, but I'm not sure I'll be doing videos on those for quite some time. The amigurumi is very fun. It is not my specialty, so I'm going to stick with the things that I know best. I don't feel like I could teach those very well right now while I'm just learning them. So I'm going to stick with the hats and the other house decor and blankets and things like that. And I think I'm going to have another sweater coming up soon. This video, I know if y'all are keeping up, this week should be the puffy baby blanket, but I'll tell you a story on that. I got the pattern and I was ready to do it. I figured out which one I was going to do by how many votes I got on it. So I'm going to do the puffy one first, and we'll do the waffle one second. Well, I got ready to sit down and record, and I had the wrong kind of yarn. And I didn't realize it until I was sitting down ready to record. So I was like, uh-oh, I can't do this. So that's when I decided to do the video of all the things that I made. I think it was in February. You'll have to excuse my cough. It is an allergy crud right now in Texas. The pollen is insane. So, but yeah, I sat down to do the puffy blanket, the baby blanket with the pattern, everything ready to go, and I have the wrong yarn. So then when I got to the store again and I got the right yarn, and it is beautiful and I can't wait to get started, I sit down to record and it takes a size P, an 11mm needle. I have I have a ton of needles. I have a big handful, a big bag full of them, and I have no even anything past a J. I might have 1K, but that's 4 sizes too small. So I said I am not going to make this video unless I have the correct needle to go with the correct thread, because it won't turn it out right. So I have a size P needle that is in the shipping and is on its way, and I probably can't find one that size local, because the biggest they have here at the store that's close is probably HIJ. Probably a J is the largest one. So yep, so that puffy blanket will be coming soon. And if you're waiting on it, I apologize for the fact that it has taken so long to get it going. It won't take very long to get it going once I get the needle and the thread and get everything ready. Or the hook and the yarn. I always say needle and thread. The hook and the yarn. And this is a fun little stitch up. You can see the stitches here, how the colors are different from the grain. So you can very much see the yarn, but when you turn it over, you will not see it very much. You'll see it in the brim, and that's all. When you turn the brim up. So I just love this hat. It's so fun to make, and it was so cute. I still have a whole bunch of this ply yarn, so I may be doing something else with that later in a scrappy version. I love using all the different colors and making a scrappy version. Has anyone watched, it's a History Channel, and it is the team that does the History Channel. I can't even think of it right now, but he wears a scrappy sweater, and it's kind of famous. You can look him up on Google. I'll have to just pop a picture of it in here in a minute, if I remember to do that, or I'll do it on my scrappy sweater. But yeah, that's where I got the scrappy idea from, is this History Channel guy's sweater. I love it, and I started working the scrappy sweater in the scrappy items after I saw his sweater. So just thought y'all might like that little tidbit. At the very end, we are going to come up about 2 or 3 inches, back up through the same way, different stitches but the same direction, just to tie in the yarn really well, because you don't want anything coming out. This is the bottom of the hat, and I'm finding my own hair there. I guess it got caught in there when I was crocheting. But we're going to come up about 2 inches, and yep, sorry about that. And make sure this thread is locked in very well, this yarn. And you can almost not see the stitches. I thought about doing this with a needle and thread, where it was smaller, but I still would have the different colors, so I didn't think it would really matter. And the yarn is going to look good when you turn the brim over and you see that little bit of yarn peeking through. I think that looks fine. Just shows that it's handmade. So here we go with our about 2 or 3 inches. I'm not sure exactly. Just be careful when you cut not to get your hat. And then we're going to choose which end, and it was this one that I ended up doing the closure on. So this is how we close the top of the hat. You just want to make small stitches and keep it right on the very edge. You keep it right on the very edge and just make tiny little stitches. It will come together and look really good when they end. And obviously your yarn is not long enough to go all the way around. You could leave your tail long enough to go all the way without pulling it too. And be careful when you pull your yarn on this as well. You might want to do it with a separate yarn if your yarn is real thin, because you don't want to pull the yarn and break it and then have to resew the other seam down the length of the hat. Because I have pulled these before and it broke, and you do not want your thread to break. It keeps popping off there. You just do tiny stitches all the way around. I figured this was a nice change for a video this week. I've been doing a lot of small projects, and I just haven't recorded those. I've got some more cactuses going and some other fun stuff. So I'll show those at the end of the month when I do my finished products video. I think those are pretty fun. And hopefully I'll have enough inventory to do a market soon. And if you love to crochet, a way to get rid of your products is to do a market. And also, if you don't have the energy or the time or the local markets around, you can always donate your products to some kind of not a shelter, but a place that gives to shelters. And that way, when they make profit on it, it will go to whatever organization that they give their profits to. So I'm sure there's something local you can check into on that. I always donate my stuff normally, and right now is a new thing with getting ready for markets. I used to do markets a long time ago, but you can check into your local markets, and you can check into your local places that give to shelters and things of that nature. And here's how we sew the very top. This video is almost over. Thanks for hanging in there with me all the way to end and listening to my ramblings. I hope it has been of some help to you. And you can comment down below what you do with your projects. I'd love to know some ideas to do with the projects that I don't sell at the markets. Maybe something different can be done with them. I know hospitals take hats, and children's hospitals take hats for sure. But there's lots of different things, so if you have a different idea, comment down below, and I would love to hear your ideas on what to do with your projects. Well, thank you for watching this video through, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you want to send me your projects, send it at wildlyartisticliving@gmail.com, and I would love to see what you're making. See that seam? There's no stitches on that seam. I love how this turned out. It's so cute. And you turn your brim up for a child, and then when you turn it over, you see the little stitches right there on that brim, but you don't see any other stitches. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.